Hey, what's going on, boys? Swaggys here. So, and for dude, let's get on to the actual video for today here. Today, we'll be reacting to a new video that recently came out by Sonic the Hedgehog team. Now, this is part 2 of their dark beginnings themselves here. I wanted to go ahead and check this out since it recently came out just a few hours ago today. And like I said, I just wanted to see it. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get on to it. Link down below. Go check it out. They worked really hard to support, so please go check them out. And it says here, Shadow's search for answers brings him to the crossfire of his allies and Dr. Eggman. Is Shadow's unrelenting quest for answers worth the cost? And what will it cost Shadow to get the support he needs? Okay. Now, and for deal, let's get on to it. Link down below. Please go check the actual original stuff here. And of course, let's get into it. No distractions. Okay. Warning, there's a blood set. Be wary of that. Okay, let's see how this goes. Finding the way. Okay. Ooh. Okay. 50 years ago. Ooh, okay.
Tell that freak to stay away from me!
Oh.
Abe!
Jeez.
Shadow? Are you alright?
Maria,
Ooh.
I'm fine. It's just... the professor created me using alien DNA.
Okay.
The black arms, he called them. The same DNA as this... larva. This ugly, heartless creature.
Ooh.
I may look like a hedgehog, but I'm really no different than this thing.
Damn.
That's not true.
Okay.
You have a big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it, but I know that deep down, you really do care. About me. About everyone. What you do is what defines you.
W.
I know you're having a hard time finding answers,
Give you advice.
but I'm certain you will one day. Then,
Okay.
you'll find even more people you can trust.
Damn. Okay. W. That's W.
Face me, inferior models.
Oh.
Evening, handsome. Didn't expect to see you here.
Interesting.
Rouge, what are you doing here?
Oh, there's
Just
no,
gathering
dark.
some intel for Gun. I convinced Omega to be my backup. What's your
Send
story?
Omega.
I need a spacecraft to reach the Ark. I have reason to believe the Black Arms have returned.
Well, you're out of luck here. This is just a supply depot. Hold that thought.
I call dibs.
Bro said I called this.
Take it out.
No. This animation is so funny.
Now about the
was
spacecraft.
fantastic.
I can take you to a ship, but in return, you're going to have to promise to come to Sonic's birthday party. I'll
Okay.
take that as a yes. Now then, interested in raiding a gun base?
Ooh. That was amazing. Alright, so W credit by the way. Please go check out every part here. Like they were all so cool. Like this is so well done. Just imagine it. I'm gonna let it go to the credits themselves here, so I'm gonna just let these go by. But while I'm doing that, I'm also gonna let it talk about it a little bit. Like I said, just that was actually really cool. I love it so much. And alright, this gameplay stuff here, we've already seen it before in one of the trailers themselves here, so not really much I gotta say there, but like I said, just overall, visuals themselves here were immaculate, like undoubtedly my favorite part of the actual stuff here. I loved it. But without any further ado, like I said, just starting off the actual main three factors here, the plot itself, just the actual voice setting itself here, and then of course just the actual visuals themselves here. Let's get down to it. Now of course, very solidly, the plot itself here is getting juicy. It's getting good, and I'm loving every segment that we're seeing here. Mentions of the Black Arms, seeing Dark Team all together again, just ooh, I love it. I love it so much. It's just so cool to see. Anyway, aside from the situation over the actual, just not only is the plot itself getting more interesting with more plot development of going to the Ark, needing to go to the Ark, needing to raid some bases, some Eggman bases, some gun bases, but overall we're getting like more details as we're getting more details as to where the story might be heading. And overall, I'm so interested to see how this goes, and I'm so interested to see how the Black Arms are going to be important to the actual, lore going forward here. But aside from that, though, without any further like such as overall, I'm loving everything about the actual, plot stuff here. It's really cool, very well done, overall, so sick. And aside from that, let's get into the actual, let's get down to the actual just voice acting itself here. Now, of course, for the voice acting itself here, it was so cool. I loved it. It was so good. It was so good. Shadow, Rouge, Omega, all of them were were so amazing. And W Omega, bro's like, I call dibs on blowing bro's head off. Like, that's crazy. I love that. I just love that so much. W Omega. But aside from that, such as the actual just voice acting itself here, that the entire itself was immaculate. From Maria to Shadow to just all the other characters themselves here. It was so well done. Just the performance itself, it was gas. The emotion, the heart, the passion you could just hear in their voices was so enjoyable and overall so lovely, and I loved it just so much. It was great, and it's just so nice. But aside from the like I said, aside from the actual voice and stuff here, let's get into the actual visuals themselves here. Now, of course, for the visuals themselves, they're my favorite part. I'm loving the animation stuff here. It is so slick, so buttery, so smooth, so delectable, and so stylish. So, it was so good, and I love this just so much. But aside from that, without any further ado, like I said, just the actual visuals themselves were immaculately well done, and just so good. I loved it. The choreography for the fights themselves here, as well as just the landscaping and just certain design choices are so cool and so nice to look at. They're really sick and also so cool. And aside from without everything like such, the actual visuals themselves here really well done. I love it. Now let's go into the actual deep dive itself here. Now, before we get into the deep dive, please go check out the actual original stuff here. They worked really hard to support, so please check them out down below. And aside from that, also go ahead and like I said, go check them out. Anyways, like I said, link down below. Go check them out. Of course, aside from that, though, while you're doing that, also go ahead, hit the like button, and of course, consider subscribing, as it just helps out so much with the channel itself here, and just helps me out a ton. So please consider doing that. But aside from that, though, without any further ado, also go ahead and hit the bell icon for the next time upload. If you're interested in catching the new videos as soon as you can, notification bell, go ahead and consider pressing that. Anyways, going on to the just comment down, comment section down below. Like I said, leave your thoughts on the actual stuff here, and where do you think it's gonna be? It's gonna go. Like, do you think we're gonna see more mentions of, or at least more, kind of just stuff from like Sonic 06, where we saw the Mephiles kind of thing, or maybe are we going towards a different direction? Like, what do you think is gonna start happening into the to future segments of Dark Beginnings? Overall, I do think Shadow's definitely gonna get to the Ark. Probably not gonna find the what exactly he's looking for. Maybe he's gonna find um, maybe he's gonna find the Black Arms. I don't exactly know, but like I do think something is gonna happen on the Ark that is definitely gonna lead into Sonic and Shadow generations, and kind of why it is the way it is. But aside from like I said, overall though, just the actual like I said, just the actual plot itself here, it's only gonna get it's only gonna get more juicy, more mysterious, and overall very interesting. And aside from, like I said, just comment down below, you guys thoughts on the actual stuff, whether you liked it, you hated it, it's really interesting, or you didn't find it interesting at all. And of course, what do you think is gonna happen in the future? Anyways, with all that being said, with all that being said and done though, let's get down to the actual deep dive itself here. Let's not use too much time. Actually, one more thing. Please also go ahead and consider hitting the share button as well here. Helps me out a ton of spreading the word for the channel, so and kind of just spreading the name out there. You don't have to do it, but like I said, just helps me a lot. Anyways, now then, back to this, what I was gonna say. Going on to the actual deep dive itself here, what I kind of want to get into for you. Like I said, for the deep dive itself here, what I kind of do, I kind of just get more into depth into the nitty gritty of the actual stuff here, and the main two topics, like I was saying, of the actual plot, voice acting, and of course just videos themselves here. Like I said, I get more into depth, more into the deeper dive here, and like what I genuinely enjoy about the about each segment, and like I said, just kind of what I found from them. Anyways, without any further ado, let's get into it. Of course, starting off the actual plot itself, like I said, I love it. I love how it starts off with another Maria clip here. It kind of just on the space colony arc, because this is kind of where it starts for Shadow. Like this is kind of where all starts for Shadow. And this is where he was born, where he was made, where he lived a lot of his life, and of course, where he met his best friend Maria, and just then of course found out more about himself, more about where he came from, and then of course kind of just ended up like I guess. Yeah, he did die, like on not on the arc, but like crashing from the arc. So around that's another debatable topic. But aside from the situation overall, I love it. Like I said, plot itself here very simplistic, very well done, and overall doesn't get too deep into any kind of future hints here. But we do get more elements of the story itself here, such as the Black Arms. Maybe why Shadows may be heading to the arc to find out if the Black Arms are are becoming active. Then of course we see, of course Shadow's just destroying this egg base, and then of course gets help from Dark Team, the entirety of them. And overall, I love that. I love that so much. It's been so long since we've seen Dark Team all together like this. It's really cool. And aside from just overall the actual just like oh my god, just the way that they start getting into deeper plots themselves. It's just like just Shadow space basically being like, I need to get to the arc, and I think the Black Arms are becoming more prevalent now, probably gonna become an issue. And then of course just Rouge is like, okay, want to go raid a gun base? Okay. Okay. Aside from the like such as the actual just plot itself here is getting juicy, it's getting interesting, and I'm loving it so far. It is immaculate. And then of course Omega's just being Omega, and he's just being extremely goofy and just has such a hatred for Eggman robots. So we're like I said, W. W Omega. Anyways, aside from that, well, and for do, let's get down to the actual let's get into the actual just voice acting stuff here. Now, of course, onto the actual voice acting stuff here. First of all, oh my gosh, hold on. Like look at this.
Hold that thought.
I call dibs.
W Omega. Ooh, W Omega. W Omega. W Omega. Sorry, that was lame. Like such as overall, the actual visuals themselves are really sick, and I love it so much. Especially for this segment right here with Maria and just Shadow, kind of just his thoughts on what he is, and him basically having this sort of moral dilemma. Like, I'm no better than this disgusting alien creature. Then Maria being like, no, because you decide who you are and you decide your fate, and that's overall such a W message to portray. And overall, that is true. You are not what your surroundings are. You are who you make yourself to be. And if that's not a W message, hold on, like, what the? Give me a second here. Okay, I don't know if that actually fixed anything. I don't really think it did. Anyways, like I said, just overall the actual voicing this up here, very well done. I wanted to go ahead and play this segment that I was just talking about with you guys. So like I said, let me just let this go ahead and play. Like, look at this, just
Shadow?
all of this.
Are you alright?
Maria, I'm fine. It's just... the professor created me using alien DNA. The Black Arms, he called them. The same DNA as this... larva. This ugly, heartless creature.
Just the way that he says it is ugly. Like, damn, bro. Like, bro is prejudiced against his own supposed kind.
Larva. This ugly, heartless creature. I may look like a hedgehog, but I'm really no different than this thing.
Damn. Damn, that hits hard for Shadow. That hits hard. Like, he's just a disgusting freak. I'm just playing. Like I said, to overall the actual just amount of emotion, just like sort of disgust or like self-disgust, and just like this sort of like maybe like self-hatred was so well portrayed and so well done. I loved it. Like I said, the performance itself here was extremely gas and super fire. The actress' amount of passion and emotion as part of these scenes was so well done, and I love it. I love it so much. It is really cool and overall so good here. And like I said, just the actual emotion that's being drawn out here is so well done, especially for Maria in this next segment right here. Like listen to this segment.
It's not true. You have a big heart. It may be difficult for you to express it, but I know that deep down you really do care. About me. About everyone.
Like,
What you do is what defines you.
W.
I know you're having a hard time finding answers, but I'm certain you will one day.
W. W. W quote. That is actually completely true. Like I was saying, just yeah, nobody gets to define you except yourself. So like I said, be sure to take that with you in some sort of way. Whether it's you already knew that, or if you didn't know that before, at least take something from it. Anyway, aside from those, just overall, I'm not really here to discuss like these sort of like little things here that we're talking about. That's more or less for a different video or a different day. So of course I'm gonna hold all of that for now. Anyways, like I said, just overall though, like I said, W points, W, just conversations themselves here, and overall just W emotion. I love it. It is immaculate, so well portrayed, so well done, and overall so interesting, and I love it so much. And aside from those, just aside from these more emotional and just like important moments in Shadow's life, there's also a lot of amazing just fighting commentary. Like listen to this, like it's just so cool. It's really well done. Like
Inferior models.
Evening, handsome. Didn't expect to see you here.
Rouge, what are you doing here?
the surprise on Bros, like just the surprise in Bros, just like voice acting is overall very well done, so well portrayed. I love it. And then of course Rouge being just the sassiest person you can ever imagine. It's just is doing what they're doing. I'm not gonna lie, I hate it, but I love it. It's just overall very interesting. Aside from such as the actual just acting itself here is overall very well done. Well, voice acting itself here is very well done and so solid for all the characters themselves. Even if Rouge's voice actor sounds a little different. And aside from that, let's go into the actual visuals themselves because I've been yapping and yapping and yapping about the actual voice acting itself here, but I just loved it. Anyways, going on to the actual videos themselves here, let's get down to it. Like I said, just for the actual just fighting choreography itself here, it just starts off so grand. Like, look at this scene, it's so cool. You can feel the impact of these, of these like railgun type weapons here, like these energy blasts. Like, look at this. They are so heavy, and then Shadow is just displayed as so fast. All these are so cool. And then another thing I forgot to mention is just the actual sound effects themselves here sound so powerful, sound so impactful, sound so heavy, and just like I said, they sound heavy, slow, but also just like I said, they can pack a wallop. And like I said, just overall the actual just sound design itself here is immaculate, so well done, so perfect, and just so well done here. I loved it. And aside from such as the actual videos themselves here go hard, especially for the next segment that I'm gonna get into right here, the actual big bad Nick fight. And overall, I love this segment just so much. It is so cool. Like, look at this, just heavy impact.
Hold that thought.
I call dibs.
Heavy bumping.
Take it out.
This beat is so cool. W sounded in my W sounded like then the impact frames on top of that. Oh my god, I love this video. It is immaculate. Like I said, just the actual designs themselves are so sick. The fighting and just the actual just like I said, just animation, like I said, lighting itself here. Sorry, designs, lighting, animation flow, and animation style stuff here. Let's get onto it. I said, for the actors' animation designs themselves here, they look so sick. I'm loving Shadow, Rouge's, and of course, just the Badniks designs themselves here. It very much reminds me of like, well, some of them, the sword wielding ones do remind me of like ancient samurai, which overall was very interesting there. And of course, the big Badnik, it reminds me more of like, what's the word? What was that one? Of Bulkhead from Transformers Prime. If you guys even remember that, like such I love that one. I love that one so much. And over like such it reminds me of Bulkhead, except like very aggressive and mean, and of course a bad dick. But aside from like such as overall the actual just just the actual like I said, designs themselves here are just ridiculously cartoony, but so well done, and there's so many good scenes here that could just be displayed as more serious kind of like segments themselves here. But you can still tell it has that more cartoony, more like heart, like more like edgy kind of art style and stuff. Like look at this right here. Like bro was pretending he's like this is how people think to be stood up in in like the group parties. Like that's very cool, and I like I like that, and that's overall very funny as well. And then of course segments like this, what was it, like right around like this. Just look at this. Just who does bro think he is? For real, for real, for real. Anyways, aside from that, like I said, just over the actual just designs themselves here are super solid, so then are put into so many different circumstances that just make them shine. Anyways, speaking of shining, let's go down to the actual lighting itself here. Let's get on to it. Now, of course, for the actual lighting itself here, I love it. I'm loving everything about the actual video itself here and just how it looks. Like I said, from the actual way that the lighting itself it gives just certain segments here so much more depth, so much more like detail, and just kind of like enhances the segments themselves here. You can just see how lighting itself here like affects like these like these like campfires themselves here. How certain explosions kind of just light up the area once they're kind of just happening. Like this right here. Like this just this fireball itself here just starts lighting up this segment this segment of the pillar itself here. And of course this side is still completely dark, but like I said, it's just mostly this side that is very impacted by the lighting itself there. Like I said, just overall I love it. I love the little details like this and that just enhance the actual stuff here by so much more. It's overall so sick, so buttery, so smooth, and overall very nice. Anyways, aside from let's go on to the actual just animation flow itself here. Now of course for the actual just flow itself here, it is great. Every segment looks so good, so smooth, so buttery, so crispy. I love it. And like I said, there's honestly not a good, there's there's obviously not a bad segment here that I can just say is disgusting or just trash. It is immaculate from start to finish. Like I said, I love it. Anyways, moving on from the actual just that segment itself there. Let's go into the actual just animation style stuff here. Let's get onto it. Now, of course, this does heavily. Sorry about that. It does heavily remind me of more anime kind of styles themselves here, with all the impact frames and kind of just wacky movements and just ridiculous fighting styles themselves here. Like with just like look at this segment with Omega. Just it's ridiculous. Like bro is sliding and just using his gesture of propulsion while using his mini guns, just hitting the ground just to get a good angle on like the shin right there. I love that. I love the like sort of fighting style and stuff that it's just so slick and buttery and smooth and crispy, and like I said, almost heavily reminds me of anime and just anime fights and kind of how those go about. And like I said, I love it. I love it all. It's so cool, so nice, and overall very solid. Now though, going on to the actual just actually, I think that's it. So, without any further ado, that does kind of end off the extra stuff. Like I said, please go check it out. Link down below, end card right there. I'm leaving you 2 links to the extra stuff here. Please go check it out. And aside from another end card right there for another one of my videos if you're interested in catching that. So, please consider checking that out as well. And of course, like I usually say, go ahead and hit the subscribe button. And go ahead and consider like. Jeez, I'm not working right now. My brain is not working right now. And that's good. Like button. Also, go ahead and consider subscribing, as it just helps us so much with this channel. So if it just helps me that ton, please consider doing that. And aside from that, also go ahead and consider hitting the bell icon for the next time I upload. If you're interested in catching those future videos from the channel stuff here, like I said, bell icon, consider hitting it. And aside from that, though, also go ahead and hit up the comment section down below and detail your thoughts and opinions on the actual stuff here. Whether you liked it, you hated it, that's really interesting, or you didn't find it interesting at all. And of course, like I was saying a little earlier, go ahead also consider hitting the share button as well here. Helps me out immensely in terms of spreading awareness for the channel stuff and kind of just spreading the name out there. You don't have to do it, but like I said, it just helps me out so much, and I deeply appreciate it. Like, please consider doing that. But like I said, you don't have to. Anyways, with that being said, done, that does kind of conclude the extra stuff here. So of course, I do wish you guys have a great day. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and of course, just have an amazing week so far. And then of course, if you're not feeling well, if you're feeling sick, take plenty of medicine, get plenty of rest. Do whatever you need to do to get better, okay? And then, yeah. And then, of course, just take care of yourself. But aside from without further ado, though, like I said, have a good one. I'll be seeing you boys in the next video, like later on today, or later on in like an hour or two. So I'll just let you guys know what's going on. But yeah, have a good one, and I'll be seeing you boys later on. So for now, bye-bye.